Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be my final update and final video for my top 100 favorite The Walking Dead characters. Now, this list was so hard to do, but I have 20 honorable mentions, so basically it's a 120 list, but the problem was I just couldn't decide which characters to put where. I kept thinking of other characters later on. This was a list that I just really couldn't do. I can't come up with a definitive order for my favorite characters. So I can't. At least not right now, but I don't really plan on doing a I mean, like, I probably could, and you know, it's I don't know. Like, the problem is it'll just take such a long time, and it's just a video I don't really want to do. And I don't want these YouTube videos to feel like a job. I don't want them to feel like, oh god, I have to do this, I have to do that. I just want it to be a little fun thing. But as I said now, 'cause this is my second time trying to record this, I don't know if I said it in this one or the last one, but I have 100 characters, as I said I would do, and I have 20 honorable mentions, so it's basically a top 120. But I'm going to go through all my honorable mentions. Duck, Katja, Lily from the game, James the Whisperer, David Garcia, Gabe Garcia, Kate Garcia, Jeremiah James Garlitz from the novel, Sarita and Carlos from the game, Kate Garcia, Gabe Garcia, and David Garcia are from the game as well. James the Whisperer is from the game, Lily, as I already said, is from the game, and Katja and Duck are from the game. Mark from the game, the TV version of Axel, Oscar from the TV show, Milton, Lizzie, Mika, who are all from the TV show, Ben and Billy, who are from the comic book, and Pete, who is from the Michonne game. As for my top 100, this is going from 100 down to 1, and this is in no particular order, except for the top 5 are probably, like, that's my honest, true opinion on. Those are my top 5 favorite characters in the entire franchise. But starting off with number 100, we have Noah from the TV show, June from Fear the Walking Dead, Althea from Fear the Walking Dead, Anne from The Walking Dead, Simon from The Walking Dead, Comic Lori, Comic Dale, Rosie the dog from The Walking Dead game, Elodie from The Walking Dead game and comic, Claudia from The Walking Dead the Alien, Jeffrey Grimes from The Walking Dead the Alien, Pete from the Telltale game from season 2, or was he the honorable mention and Pete from the Michonne game was the one I put on this? I guess interchangeable. I like those characters just about the same. You see, as I said, like, it's just really difficult. Victor Strand from Fear the Walking Dead, Yumiko from the comic book, Jerry from the TV show, Alicia from Fear the Walking Dead, Rosita from the TV show, William from the comic book, comic version of Alan, the comic version of Mikey, the comic Sophia, Billy, Green, who's Herschel's son in the comic book, the comic version of Shane, Beta, Alpha, who are both from the comic book, Reg Monroe from the TV show, Jesse from the TV show, Axel from the TV show. Oh no, actually, sorry, that's comic Axel. Lydia from the comic book, Magna from the comic book, Douglas Monroe from the comic book, Deanna Monroe from the TV show, comic Sadiq, David Stern from the novel, Dante from the novel, TV Dwight, Violet Lewis from the Walking Dead game, Beth Tara from the TV show, Mercer from the comic book, Juanita the Princess Sanchez from the comic book, the TV version of the Governor, Carver, Trip, Comrade, Nick, and Pete, who are from the Telltale game. Joshua Lee Hamilton from the novel Governor from the comic book, Thomas Dupree from the novel, Bob Stuckey from the comic book, and also appears in the novels, Carly and Ben from the game. If I say a bunch of characters together and then say where they're from, this doesn't mean they're on the same level. It just means like they are from, like, different levels. Like Carly's number 48, Ben's number 47. I'm just saying where they're from afterwards because they're together from the same franchise, part of the franchise. Jerry from the TV show, who actually okay, I already said Jerry from the TV show. Never mind. TV version of Dale, the comic and TV version of Shiva. She's a tie because the comic and the TV version is basically equally as good as each other. T-Dog from the TV show, the TV version of Aaron, the comic version of Heath, the TV Maggie Green / Ree, Sasha Williams from the TV show, the comic version of Paul Jesus Monroe, or as he's known in the TV show, Paul Jesus Rovia, the comic version of Eugene, Hannah, who is the bicycle girl walker from the first episode of the TV show, but she was also the main character in the first webisode, Torn Apart, Chase from the Cold Storage webisode, Nick Clark, Troy Otto, Madison Clark from Fear the Walking Dead, the TV version of Negan, the TV version of Carl Grimes, the comic version of Ezekiel, the TV Bob Stuckey, the Lily Call from the comics and novels, Alvin AJ Jr. from the game, the TV version of Ezekiel, Travis Manawa from Fear the Walking Dead, John Dory and Daniel Salazar from Fear the Walking Dead, the comic version of Dwight, Merle Dixon from the TV show, the TV version of Herschel Green and Abraham, and Shane Walsh. Javier Garcia from the game, Luke from the game, the TV version of Tyrese Williams, the TV version of Carl Peltier. Now, usually these characters in the comic book don't really have a second name. It's just that's their second name in the TV show. Comic version of Tyrese, the TV version of Glenn Reed, the comic Negan, the comic Michonne, Kenny from the game, TV Michonne, Clementine from the game, comic Carl Grimes. And now my top 5 is comic Andrea, TV Morgan Jones, Lee Everett, Daryl Dixon. Oh, Lee Everett is from the game and Daryl Dixon is from the TV show and Survival Instinct. And then number 1 goes to my absolute favorite character, the comic and the TV show version of Rick Grimes. And that is my top 10 list. This was a hard list to do, but that's basically some of my favorite characters. There's of course ones I didn't mention that I either forgot about or just couldn't fit on the list, but if you wanted this list, this was the only way you were going to get it. And that's basically what you're going to get out of it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this list. It wasn't really well made. I didn't go into detail why I put these characters there because I don't know if I would put those characters there. If you want to hear me talk about characters, I might do character spotlights where I talk about, you know, characters in depth, and that's that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Thanks very much. Goodbye.